MBTI. No, I'd be MBTI. I like MBTI at first. No, knowing that, I find it pretty much so it very early on actually that people were different and all that. Pretty much when I was young. So like just knowing that there was a classification of people like that really kind of blew my mind honestly the first time I knew about it. But yeah, I mean MBTI now I know it's obsolete. It's kind of now MBTI is kind of a revamp of the Big Five personality system. Pretty much extroversion is extroversion. Sensing and intuition is I think it's like openness now. It's kind of correlate with openness, with N being high openness, sensing being low openness. Thinking, feeling is pretty much agreeableness in the Big Five. No, thinking being low in agreeableness and feeling high in agreeableness. And judging, perceiving is like conscientiousness. Judging being high in conscientiousness, perceiving low in conscientiousness. And in MBTI they also add the neuroticism. Like it can be INFJ or INFJ, I don't know what they are, but yes, so it's pretty much a revamp of the Big Five. So a lot of people are not aware of that, so it's pretty funny. But yeah, the 16 personality website is pretty much a Big Five test. But yeah, so yeah, it was. I guess I don't know all the details. Isabelle Brigmeyer. I know that they sent a letter to Carrion, and Carrion, they didn't give so much about it, but they still made the MBTI, and they were Americans, while Carrion was more Europeans, kind of. They didn't like so much Americans' idea about psychology, that it was more fast and all that. More the ego psychology, fast capitalistic view. That Carrion was not so much about, to be honest. Kind of despised that. But yeah, despite its popularity, it has been widely regarded as pseudoscience by the scientific community. So that's kind of what is ordered also with OPS, that a lot of people, the future might, association with OPS with the MBTI might kind of not be a good idea to make it more something operationalized in the culture. I hope OPS kind of build an image that is less about MBTI, but it cannot go away from its root, pretty much obligated to be about it, because it's stem from it, but and also the MBTI is very popular, so maybe you try to have a kind of a bridge with MBTI to after jump to another to jump further, let's say. Use the acronym of INFJ, ENFP, and all that kind of crap. Even though, they are fine for people not to know what it's about, very fast. I think that's really important for people to really know the information very fast. So with the code, like the OPS code is really complicated. Like just put all the animal orders and all that, kind of, come on. But yeah, so. Okay, no, Socionics. So I like for Socionics for a while. So you have to understand that I started knowing MBTI maybe in 2017. Socionics, I really like it in 2019. I would recommend people to at least know Socionics. It's more from the Russian school, the communist. So they are more collectivist about it, the quadras. And they have the information metabolism. That's just like time matters and stuff like that, and they associated with functions. I think that the stretch, and they did the position, like MBTI, the role function, classic function. We'll talk more about my opinion about that later on, but yeah, I do think that position do matters, but it's more in some kind of triangulation role, and it's really within the math. It's actually the OPS math. It's actually within the math if you know the math, but if you don't know the math, you will actually make things more complicated. So that's kind of my view of Socionics. It's like, okay, maybe it's well crafted and all that, but it's not like it's still within the math, so you don't need to overcomplicate something else. And I think that the position, a lot of description with the position, I think it make the system a lot less symbolic and a lot less, fundamental categories. I think that Young was really big on, a map that is like utilized for people, that people like know right away the thing. Like it might sound weird to say it that way, but I do think that Young really want people to understand each other really fast, and I don't think that creating a very complex model with a lot of description depending on the position really do something. I think if the model is really like symbolic and mathematic and very fast, OPS is like that. But the problem with OPS is just that there's a lot of metrics, so it's really long. But Socionics is just it's just a lot of position, and like I will show later on how much it can be a lot less complicated.